Okay, everybody, week 8. Weather like today, this rain we had, reminds me of my days as a child in Hawaii. We would get the tropical rains, and it reminds me of sort of being up in the jungle above, in the mountains above where I stayed. And, we would go on hikes into the jungle, picking mango for lunch, cracking a coconut when we got thirsty. And I would go with my cousins to do a little wild boar hunting, knowing later we would enjoy some wild boar at the luau, along with our poi and lomi lomi salmon, all kinds of stuff. And it was, they're just great memories. I remember sleeping on a hammock out on the beach at night. It wasn't until my cousins started to refer to me as shock bait because of my lighter complexion when we'd go swimming that I thought maybe it was time to move to the mainland. But good memories. Okay, so week 8, we got some big games this week. We're now 6 weeks from the end of our regular season, so playoff positioning is key. And so I'm going to pick 3 games again as usual. We start tonight with Panthers, Falcons. So make sure you have your lineup set. First game I'm going to pick is my game, which is Leroy Stop Barking, 3-4 against We Want Ivanka, 4-3. For both teams, just really big game in the standings. For my team, Leroy, I have no David Johnson this week. We Want Ivanka is out without Deshaun Watson and probably having to go with Baker Mayfield instead. I would say the biggest disappointment on the season, well, there have been a few of them. Maybe one of the biggest disappointments anyway has been Michael Thomas, who We Want Ivanka took as their, I believe, first-round pick. For the season, he's got 3 catches for 17 yards, 1 fantasy point. He's been out, I think, since week 1 when he played the one and only game. He might be back this week, which, of course, could be a big boon. Tonight, he's got Todd Gurley and Robbie Anderson going. My team has Julio going. I think this game is going to be really close. I think if Josh Allen has a bounce-back week and either Julio or Lockett has one of their big games, which seem to come sporadically, then I think Leroy might have a slight advantage. And just kind of on a hunch, and because I want my team to win so badly, I'm going to go with Leroy Stop Barking by 2. But I think this game, like I said, it's really a complete toss-up. Mask Aversion, 4-3 against Catalina Wine Mixin, 3-4. These 2 teams between them have lost 5 in a row. Mask Aversion has lost 2 straight after starting 4-1. Catalina was 3-1 and has lost their last 3. So you might ask why. I looked to see why. Mask Aversion for Zeke, his bell cow, 11 points total over the last 2 weeks. Mike Evans over the last 2 weeks, a total of 4 points. Really bad. Aaron Rodgers 2 weeks ago had a 7-point outing. For Catalina, just lots of injuries. He's had injuries to Aaron Jones, Joe Mixon. This week he's got no Kyler Murray. So I think the injuries have been really, really critical for the Wine Mixin. Aaron Jones might be back this week, but without Kyler Murray, he's got Carson Wentz, who's his starting quarterback, who's been sketchy. Some weeks he's been decent, but overall he's been just sort of okay. Hi, Julie. Rolling with Mahomes is up.
Hi. I'm going to win, Michael.
So I think between these teams, I think just Catalina Wine Mixin not having Kyler Murray, who's been his best guy along with Aaron Jones. Otherwise, hasn't been super strong. And with Odell Beckham out, I just think it's too much to overcome. I like Mask Aversion to get back on the winning track and win this one by 9. And then Gunning for You, 5-2 against Team Smack, 1-6. Gunning for You, don't look now, but has been the hottest team in the league. I didn't even realize it until I looked today. The U has won 5 in a row after starting the season 0-2. I knew they'd really come on, but I didn't realize it had been 5 straight. Whereas Team Smack, 1-6 is 1-6. She struggled, but she's been in the games of late. The U this week with no James Robinson. It's a big, I think I saw he was the number 3 or 4 overall running back, which is kind of unbelievable. A guy that most guys had probably not even heard of or just figured he was just sort of a marginal running back. Tom Brady has been really good for him for the most part. But for Team Smack, Ryan Tannehill has been just about as good as Brady. If you look at their averages, they're at almost exactly the same. Brady, I think, 27.7 per game, and Tannehill, 27.4. Dalvin Cook, who should be suiting up for Team Smack this week, he's been basically unstoppable when he's played. So I'm going to go with the biggest upset of the year in fantasy. I like Team Smack to win this week. I'm going to go with Team Smack by 8. There is another game that I did not actually take any notes down, but it's hard not to pick it because it's rolling with Mahomes, who is 5-2, playing Michael's Minions 4-3, and of course this is Mom playing the son. This is a tough one. I think both teams look pretty solid. Michael has had some tough injuries to overcome, especially at the running back spot. And he's got no Christian McCaffrey. He thought he might get the start tonight, but he is not going to suit up. So he's stuck with Mike Davis, who's been overall pretty good, but he's no Christian McCaffrey. I think rolling with Mahomes gets the win. And Michael continues to struggle a little bit until he gets his full complement of guys back. And also that Justin Herbert trade, man. He's got Matt Ryan going tonight, who's been kind of up and down, whereas Herbert's been a stud every week. So I like rolling with Mahomes to win by 7 in that one. So that's kind of the bonus pick for the week. Good luck, everybody, and see y'all soon. Mahalo.